Welcome.
Old souls, young souls, and all my damn souls in between. Welcome back for another week of Old Soul in the Young World with your host, Jesse Ellie. What's up, guys? We are in a Vibe Podcast studio. You already know. Shout out to Vibe Podcast every single week.
Survive.
And this week, we have a very special guest. Somebody who has a lot to say, some knowledge to drop, some gems to bring to the table. And I know you're asking yourself right now as you're listening in.
Who?
Who is it? I'm going to tell you who it is right now on
Old Soul Young World.
What's going on?
Well, what's up, mama? It's Keith Lee in the building.
Keith
How y'all
Lee.
doing? How y'all doing?
Shout out.
Big shout. Drink to that. Big.
Cheers. Got my whole bottle on deck. I just cheered with a whole bottle of rosé right here.
Being yourself. That's how you supposed to do, boss lady.
You already know.
Stop playing. This is your world.
So what is poppin', Keith? Like, please tell the people who you are. Get them associated with your name.
Yeah, let me get y'all acquainted, man. I'm born and raised in Lynn, Mass. I just came from put my name in the mayoral race for this year for the 2021 race.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I had to. I wanted to keep these people on their toes, these governments and these local municipalities.
Survive.
They think they're slick. They don't understand that we the people know a lot more than them.
Facts.
And I just wanted to shake up something, throw a grenade in there. But other than that, I played sports my whole life in Lynn, basketball.
So is that just out the blue? I'm sorry. You're like, I just ran for mayor. I just put in my electoral vote for mayor.
That. Yeah, nah. Going back to that. Nah, it was a couple of things. Senator Tim Scott with his sellout ass, he had the nerve to go on TV and say,
"That's fire."
Oh, America doesn't have a problem with racism. And then our VP, Miss Wishy-Washy, going back on 2 days later and co-sign, we don't have a problem with racism. Nah, that's bullshit. So literally, when I seen Kamala co-sign him, I said, man, I'm going down and put my name in for mayor. That way I can say what I want and show these people it's a new face in politics.
Make some type of local change, you know?
Change.
Because the local change adds up to the big changes. Like, we need people like you in the system, you know? And if you're not in the system, doing something else to be involved in making a change in that. Which seems like something that you're doing because, so some things went down. We don't have to put too much out, or, we can put too much out if you want to.
Let's put it out there. That's why I'm here anyway. That's why I'm here to drop them damn bombs. Because I'm about to drop them.
Drop them on us.
So anything I ever do, I always go full-fledged 1,000%. There's nothing less. My God, anybody that really knows me will tell you there's nothing less than 1,000%. I'm very intense. And when I'm
not 100, guys.
I'm in it, yes, not 100,
1,000.
1,000. So I knew the only challenge, I got it in June, beginning of June. We're supposed to have all our signatures, 500 signatures in there to get on the ballot by, excuse my the allergies.
He's a little sniffly today.
Yeah, out of all days. We're supposed to have it in by June 28th. Have the signatures in, bang, bang, let them get certified. I knew that was going to be the toughest thing. Only reason why I say toughest is because I'm not a salesman. I'm not the dude to sell myself to you, you know what I mean?
You have to put a face on to be in any type of politics.
That's what and what I'm learning, you know what I mean?
1,000%.
So I'm not the bullshit guy. Like, that is not me. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve in a sense, and you can see it in my face. Something's bothering me, and that's the fresh thing I wanted to bring to this politics. So as I'm getting these signatures, and I'm literally suited and booted in my best, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm GQ.
Dressed to impress, suiting in his best, you feel me?
Somebody need to holler at me for a couple deals, man. I'll make y'all some money with these suits. I clean up real nice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out there, and my spiel was, I'm holding my papers. I'm like, how y'all doing? My name is Keith Lee. I'm running for mayor. I need some signatures. And I'm not mad at anybody walking past me. I'm not mad at anybody saying whatever, but don't, or like take a couple steps and run away from me. Or like I call, like, there was a certain group, the yoga group.
Oh, the yoga group.
Yeah, like the women that
the yoga moms out here.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like that, the yoga leisure type. But I went up to anybody.
Survive.
So then, older white people older white men, older white women, shout out to y'all. They was coming up to me, yeah, man, we need a black mayor around here. It's about time. You know, there's too much culture in the city for us not to have one. You know, we like what you stand for. You know, you seem like you look good. You present yourself well. Yeah. My people, of course, Dominican women, Dominican men, some of them. See, that's the thing. I can't put a muzzle on my mouth when I see things like that. If I'm an elected official and I'm walking around and I'm seeing certain things, or if somebody gonna say something to me, there's no way I can take the high road.
You have to react in a certain way. So
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. So
it takes a certain type of
my
person.
reactions, man, they're chill. Now, I'm 40 plus. I don't believe it, but I'm tired of this. Like, I've been doing this since I was 8, 10, 15, 16, 17. My high school coach held back like 50 letters on me. What, because I'm black? You know what I'm saying? My guidance counselors never told me I would be shit. They never sent off my letters. Other coaches, other people, other men, other local. I'm tired of that. And then sometimes when you go places, people just look at you like, and they, this is, and then they go, I'm like, fuck that. Don't make your face shine right now that you found out who I was. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to say. Like, I want people to be uncomfortable thinking they're comfortable saying that kind of shit or acting like that way. Not in 2021.
Yeah.
Not in 20, like, who raised you?
Right.
Like, your mama, like, my mama raised me right. You know what I'm saying? When we go out there, we're respecting everybody. Because our mama and our morals have raised us right. But some of them out there, like you yoga moms and some of y'all think that you church goers, like where your morals at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Walk past me, no problem. Don't say nothing to me, no problem. But don't look through me or look at me or look up and down like I'm a piece of shit. Like, man, I've been around this world 8 times. Okay. I've won championships that motherfuckers never won. I've brought shit and done shit that people wish they could do. No disrespect. But it's just that when people look at you like that, it's like, oh. And again, it's 40 plus years of that. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, that's the straw that broke the camel's back, as they say. I can take anything. So you would say you've
always been judged by like kind of your looks and you know how you physically are.
I'm a 6'6" black guy. My rules are different. Like, real talk, my rules are different.
I feel you.
They really are. I hate to say it.
And you know, that's the thing though, that people don't understand, that there is this thing in our culture, in our nation. It is like oppression still. Do you know what I mean? It's like physical, judgmental oppression on people of other races. And when, like you said, if you're born right, it's like, I never seen color. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's so weird. Like, and I come from 2, as people would say, maybe Caucasian parents, but I don't see color, you know? So it's just, it depends on how, I think, the home that you come from, like, I don't know.
Nah, see, Italians, same thing. You guys are prideful and family orientated. There's morals in that.
Exactly. When you're given those values young, like, it doesn't matter what somebody looks like, what they talk like, where they come from. It's literally who they are. Who are you? If you're a bad person, nah, I won't vibe with you. It doesn't matter your race or your age. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good ass person, you have good intention. It's all about the intention. If you have a good intention and I can feel that, then we can vibe on any level. You know what I mean?
I completely agree with that.
So if you called yourself out and you're like, yo, I can't be in this political shit because I will go off on a motherfucker. Like,
yeah, so I was in front of Market Basket. You know, again, I'm not going to say everybody, of course not, but the times that I was getting at, they needed to be told something. Like, just something small, like, or even again, check yourself at the door, yo.
Just in general, too, like, people think that they're better than other people, like, and it doesn't matter, like, what culture you come from. I think there's just a lot of people who feel that way. You know, like, they have a higher up on other people.
Definitely, every race.
Yeah, even racist to their own race. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real thing.
Dominicans and black people have it the worst. Like, and if y'all listeners are, please listen to me thoroughly. Dominicans and black are pretty much the same people anyway, okay? Y'all just speak a different language. But in essence, we're the same people. And for some of y'all to look at me or others crazy, like, you're not, you need to check yourself and really do your history, man. Like, y'all came from the island of Hispaniola. When Columbus came through, he tore everything up. You guys were the Tainos and things like that. Taino Indians, okay? Taino Indian. The black people in America, the so-called black people, they changed our name. We are the real Indians, not the Plains Indians or the ones with the long hair with the European mix. No. My family, for sure, is not from nowhere from Africa. My great-great-grands were from Canada, Blackfoots and Cherokees. I got some Choctaw down here and down south. We run deep. And if you do your research on these tribes, they were already here governing things.
It's so funny. Things. I have Native American in my bloodline. I don't know what type, but I've been told. So
I believe you got a little bit. Look, you know
I know. I got a couple things thrown in there, but I think it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy because we don't consider, different cultures and races, and it doesn't matter. It's like not just Spanish or black. Right. I just feel like everyone in general. You know what I mean? Like at this point in life and time, we are all mixed. Like, what I'm saying? Our bloodlines have been mixed for ages and ages and races, and we come from a deeper root. So if you don't want to accept that your roots go deeper than what you think you are, you're kind of just being naive.
And I'm going to drop one more gem on them. What a lot of people don't know is when them Spanish conquistadors came through and Columbus and them was running around grabbing up everybody, they had African soldiers and Moorish soldiers. So they was black. So what do soldiers do when they go tear something up? They rape women.
I mean,
they think about it like this. That's a whole bunch of seeds getting mixed right there. That's how culture is grown, yeah. That's what I'm saying. They rape and pillage villages or whatever, or they stay and they run things. But it's a fact that a lot of the Spaniards and a lot of Columbus had the Moorish.
So crazy. No, keep going.
No, we good. They just had Moorish soldiers and a lot of African soldiers. The Persians did too. They hired a lot of soldiers African soldiers on horseback, and those was nice.
Yeah.
People don't understand this history, man.
So I told you before, just to build off what you're saying, that I do spoken word. I've done like spoken word poetry growing up. So I write like stuff like this, stuff we're talking about. So I had this poem about Columbus, and when you were saying that, it's like the line popped in my head from the poem I wrote. The mixing and raping of cultures, we seem to lose track of where we're culturally at. We got Columbus in the back.
Drop that
of
fire.
All the hate attacks.
Drop the fire thing.
We got Christopher Columbus with his map. All the hate attacks. Yo, I can't. But it literally, like, if I whipped out my phone right now, I could read the whole thing. But like, it was a poem based off exactly what you're saying. Like, we think that we come from one culture, one race, one generation. We don't. Like, we come from mixing and raping and and we grow roots of different races, and then we want to deny it though. What I'm saying? We want to act like,
that's the real truth.
We don't care for other people. We don't care for other cultures. The only thing that divides us is literally the color of our skin and what we look like. We're all the same DNA. We're all blood, we're all flesh, we're all skin. You feel me? When you really want to go to the roots of it, it doesn't matter who came from where or what. We should all just fucking respect each other.
Bang, bang, bang with
that. Yeah, you already know.
Drink on that one. Hey,
drop that bomb, though.
Take a small shot for that one.
He's going to take a shot for that one.
Hey, that's truth. That's the truth.
You already know. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
But I'm sorry. I feel like I cut you off in the beginning of our conversation. What exactly, besides, you're not doing the mayor shit anymore. We're over that. Because of the...
It is what it is, baby.
It is what it is, but we're moving on to bigger, better things.
Bigger and better.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I that was the victory anyway. Just put my name in and, again, sorry, y'all, I'm all nasally up here.
He's a Stuffolumpicus today.
Just putting my name in and letting the kids see and the younger 20-somethings see that I did that. I think it's going to spark the motivation that I wanted, Maybe in the next 4 years, there'll be a me 2.0 that can have that same energy and passion, intensity, but have the mental capacity to deal with that bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm just not that guy.
Well, you were raised in a different time and age too. You feel me? Like the things back then, like you probably dealt with so much fucking racism.
That's what I'm trying to talk
shit
about.
that it's probably not scarred you, but in a way it sticks with your character because it's like, yo, like my whole life you doing me wrong. My whole life. You
And
feel
then
me?
again, I don't want to cry the river type of shit, but
Nah, but
it's just
it's
like
not something
the
to be
rules are
ignored.
different. Like I'm telling you, the rules are different. Like I can numerous examples I can give, but I just kept it moving. I never let it mess with me. But that's what built my intensity. That's what made that green guy, that my alter ego, that Hulk guy. You know, that's what made him. And that's what America built, a fucking monster. And, you know, sometimes I'm scared to let that guy out because it's not my fault. They did that shit.
Facts.
Like, they don't want this green guy out there. And literally, that's why I had to pull my name from that, because I'm like, I don't want to get there and have that beautiful office and then do something, have one thing mess up the whole shine. Like, see, we knew it. We let him get it in. Rah, 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 rah. They black people. That's nah.
I feel like it just wasn't meant to be if it didn't go where you wanted it to go at that point in time.
Facts.
But like, I think it motivated you, it seems like, and sparked something in you where it's like, you're going to keep fucking going.
We had not a debate, but we had a little, well, I call it an interview. Shoot. It was
Oh, he had an interview.
Well, listen to this. It was
It
was this business partnership. And they call themselves a secret group, right? So they wanted to talk to all the mayoral candidates. It's basically all the people in Lynn that got the most money and the most successful businesses. They wanted to see who was going to run the city. Like, they wanted to know our stances on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, when I tell you, these guys they were shitting bricks when I was up there talking. Because I told them, no tax breaks, none of this. And if you do get tax breaks, going right to the people. Fuck all that. Like, I don't want to hear backdoor deals this. Or if we have any kind of committee that somebody that ain't from Lynn on there, I'm not listening to you. You got to be from Lynn. Excuse me. You got to be about your business and serious about the community. If not, I ain't messing with you. And I sat down and they were like, uh-oh. They was mad.
I don't know if they would. I don't think they would like you there because you would have too much to say.
Paper, though, look at what picture they chose out of all pictures. Out of all pictures, you already know, like, you're going to see. Like, I look like that guy, don't I?
That doesn't even look like you.
I told you I clean up well.
Yo, so you're like three cleaned up white guys and him in the middle just smiling straight at the camera. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's a fire picture.
Thank you.
Pass that around the studio.
I clean up well.
Yeah, my God, yeah.
That's fire.
So I said, Men's Warehouse, all you.
And because they want that diversity in that culture, but they don't fully want it. You know what I mean? They want the image of diversity, but they don't want to fully come through with having a black mayor and making changes in the city and giving all the money to the kids in the schools and the people in poverty. That's fucked up. And that is
here's the color joint. I told you I clean up.
Wow, look at him in his suit. Look at this guy in his suit.
Boy, clean up
Keith
well,
Lee,
dog.
Keith Lee.
They don't understand,
Like
man.
Spike Lee, but Keith Lee. Damn, I wish I had some Spike Lee drops on here.
Oh, fire. Ooh. That was nice.
Ooh.
Well, wait, what's that? Old Craig Matt. Girl scream like I'm Keith.
Ah! Can you say that again?
Flavor Flav. Girl scream like I'm Keith.
Ah!
Won't be around this year. Kick the mad flavor in the air. That was that shit right there. Hey.
It's how we do. Nobody do it like we do it, so show us some love.
You already know.
This is nice, man. I'm excited to be here. You guys are cool. This is a vibe.
Yo, we're so excited. We're in a Vibe podcast studio. You already know, guys, every single week.
That's fire.
It's so fire. It's so fire. We might be moving to a bigger studio very soon. We have some big moves in the works, so I might have to have you in a new studio one day. Who knows?
Please, I need to bless that spot. Let me come bless that thing.
You already know.
Got you.
We're gonna take a quick little music break, guys. Jump into some old school Wu-Tang. We need those vibes. You need to bring that back in your life. If you forgot about the Wu-Tang Clan, then you forgot about yourself.
Baby.
You feel me? When Keith whipped that out the other day, I was like, oh, all right, that's what you bring in tonight.
All right, you already know. Bring that heat.
A game of chess is like a sword fight. You must think first, right? Before you move.
Style is
is immensely strong.
Cheers to the good life.
Cheers to the good life. You heard him?
Cheers to the good life.
Making it.
Shout out JQ as always, our
One
producer. We back taking our sips.
JQ.
You're
Ooh, we like that. You already
hit me
know.
with the echo too.
Sound bites, baby. Sound bites, baby.
Fire.
I already know.
What up, everybody? We back. Old Soul Young World with your
What up,
host, Jesse
peoples?
Ellie. We here with Keith Lee, like Spike Lee, but Keith Lee. You already
Spike
know.
Lee, no Chinese, though.
Who's that?
But I love y'all. We all the same, but everyone thinks I'm Chinese. I'm not.
Hey, maybe you are Blackanese. Isn't that a thing? You a little bit of both. Who knows?
Nope. I love y'all.
Still love y'all, though.
No, for
Peace.
sure, man. We all one culture, man. We all one
peace.
culture.
All love.
Matter of fact, when I went to China,
You went to China?
yes, I have a teammate out there. His name is Oral.
Stop it.
Shout out to O. Shout out to O.
Shout out to O.
My man Oral, yeah. This man speak Mandarin better than the Chinese people.
What
I've
is
seen
he?
it. He be like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Don't do it.
But
Thank you for holding yourself back.
He did the accent spot on. So much the dude in the Uber looked at him and was like, and he said some shit back to him, and I'm like, oh, what'd he say? He said, man, he thought I was Chinese on the phone, yeah. Like, but then when he seen me and I was black, he was like, no. Like, no.
No way.
Like, in the, like, he has, like, they got the mannerisms. Like, you know how some, Italians got the you know, everyone has their little,
He goes, I did it.
yeah, you know,
I did a pizza.
and over there they go
and
like,
it's
they just go
sauce.
like, hoy, and like the, and my man had the
Yeah, they do the
hoy
hoy.
perfect. Like,
Wow.
oh, hat, yo.
He had that
You
hoy
gotta
on
see
point.
this dude, man. Like, this dude, I'm looking at him like, brother, because they're looking at
Is
him
he
like,
Asian, of Asian descent?
nah, he's black and his cap. My man Oral. He from Jamaica, man. I love you,
Oh, look at
is
him knowing things.
dark as hell, but they love him out there. They're like,
So what's he doing out there?
he does basketball. Like, he trains,
okay.
International schools. I got to be careful. They're not a prep school. They're international schools, like top companies, like the French companies, the Italian companies. Their kids go to this school, and he goes in there and trains them.
Special trainer type.
Oh man, he got it on lock. That's why he's been there.
That actually kind of leads into, kind of our next conversation. What I was going to ask you. I know you've been involved in basketball for a very long time in your life.
Yes.
A passion, I think a love. I see it in your eyes.
It's my first girl.
When you talk about his first girl, his
My
first
baby.
love.
Yeah, she is.
Well, what's going on with that? Like, how long have you been doing that, and what went on with your journey in basketball?
Oh, I love her. So the journey with basketball started early from English, and
Lynn English?
yeah, Lynn English. I mentioned something earlier. My high school coach held back some letters from me. My senior year, like legit held back 50 letters. 50.
Could you, for people who don't, what do you mean by that? Held back
Okay,
letters?
so when I say letters, that means recruitment letters. Like when you play a
okay.
sport, I'm pretty sure right now, we didn't have social media and none of that at the time, but I'm pretty sure still schools, like a coach will reach out to a student athlete, to their head coach of that sport. So if I'm like a Syracuse University, whatever sport, I'm going to address a letter to such and such student, to the coach. It gets to the coach, and then the coach gives it to the student.
Mm-hmm.
This dude had like 50 of them letters from me. 50.
Is that like a fact? Did you see these letters? Was this like a big thing?
That's what
or?
I'm saying. So, and again, this is what started the whole journey. Like, growing up in the 90s, it was really tough to play basketball. You had to be good to go Division I. And when we was coming up in the streets, like me and my cousin Craig High, shout out, we used to murder. And like, we was only the few ones that would murder. And a couple of the older guys used to take us under their wing and be like, listen, man, do this, you can do this. You can go pro, you can go to college. I'm like, that's what I'm doing. So everything that they said, I will go do. I will go work out on my own, go to the gym by myself. These dudes wanted to go hang out. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But when we came
Discipline.
to the real talk, like early, but then I wouldn't get no letters. And I'm like, man, I'm like, how am I senior year? I don't got not one letter, like not one. like
And work so hard, put all
like
this
not
effort.
one. Like legit, I've only played 1 year of varsity too,
Where the
because of
hell's
all
that
that.
letter at?
Yo, I swear, right? And it's funny because I should have kept them, but I tossed them all out because it hurt too much. Because I'm like, I got 50 of these schools, knowing that this guy and when he did it, it was like the last week in May. Because, you know, seniors, you graduate first
of
week in
course.
June. He's like, Keith, come here. I'm like, what, coach? We never talked. He's like, man, I got something for you. I'm like, what is, it's a setup. Because me and this coach used to never talk other than, you know, just in practice. And literally, I cannot make this up, or I would not lie. He sat down, he opened up his drawer, a stack. He kind of tossed them at me. It went. I went, what the? And I'm like, look at all these schools, these D2s, and we want to offer you a scholarship, respond by March something, and it's May. And I'm like, and he's like, I was like, Coach, fuck you. And I just got up and left. And I was like, man, you know, a couple
Was there
tears and
prior
shit.
beef? Like, why is he pulling that on you? Or like, was there like a issue between y'all, or it was a race card type thing?
Again, I might be light-skinned, but as they say, I'm a failed Negro. They think I'm a house Negro because of my light-skinnedness. And they think I'm going to conform and listen and do special shit. Nah. Like, if something is wrong, I call it out. And for 2 of those years when I was at English, they used to do some bullshit. I'm like, man, I quit. And I don't quit anything, but when you love something so much and a coach takes that from you, it's like, man, like, it's just like, it rips your heart out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to be around it. I don't even want to play no more. Like, if I don't want to play no more, I don't even be around it. But then the senior year, like, he had no choice, you know, because I was a beast. But then long story short, because of that, I wound up going to Worcester Academy. Shout out to them. And I wound up bumping into the same kind of coach over there. This dude, man, he's like, you better shave every day. And I'm like, fucking shave? I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing to shave. I'm like, I got baby face. So I'm like, I ain't shaving. He's like, well, you ain't on the team no more.
Just for shaving?
But it's the white power type of thing. Like, certain white men in certain power, they know what they got because they got our shit by the balls. And I'm telling you, some of them enjoy that shit. And that's why I pulled out that mayor race for the same thing, because when them people act like that, they need to be put in their place. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit ain't right. Like, they got our future by the balls, and they, oh, you better shave. Well, fuck it then. You don't shave, you going home. You know, excuse me, I packed up my stuff, was in my room, like my roommate, a couple other dudes, they was like, come on, man. Called my mom, I'm like, he's like, don't leave. I'm like, fuck this shit. And literally the cab came and I said, nah, man, go back. Go back. So I had to and that's what I mean by I'm tired of the bullshit. Like, I had to put up with his shit in order for me to kind of get ahead. And then I still didn't get ahead because he held back me too. I knew for a fact he called up. I mean, some coaches would call up and he was telling them I wasn't a hard worker. I wasn't, which is the furthest thing from the truth. Anybody that knows me knows I work my ass off. I bust my ass and I put in overtime. If I'm not the first one in, I'm damn sure the last one out that gym. That's for sure. And I can show you some footage right here. When I used to do a Nike camp, 8 hours a day. After everybody would leave, I'd be in the gym another 3 hours. So it was 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, like, I don't know who does that.
Shooting shots all night. I feel you.
It's the love, man.
Yeah.
And then I just
Did
love
you
it.
continue outside of, like, I know you got fucked over, or like, did that lead you to any other aspirations?
Yeah, no, I kept going though. Like I said, I don't use even though those incidents, they sucked. I didn't let it tear me down or be like, oh, you fucking white people, or all you people are against me. No.
It makes you who you are. You know what I'm saying? The
Right, it kinda
negative
builds
builds
you.
your positive. So.
I was still cautious of them now, but you know, because I know every culture and race has their own problems. Just believe me, I know a lot of devils in my own group as well, as they say. But it's how you react. No, not react. It's
Yes,
how you.
it's how you react. That was facts.
I meant to say it's how you bounce back from that situation.
True as well.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I reacted fucked up. I've reacted some fucked up times, and I've had to but it's how you respond. So right after that, I went to a school in Hagerstown, Maryland. I'm over everywhere. I was down. Everything was fine. Everything was good. Until this one time, I was hanging out with this dude who thought he was a rapper at the moment. He was this hardcore dude. I shoot, I bust guns, I do all this stuff, whatever. So I wound up hitting a girl that everybody was trying to get in the city.
Pulled up.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like I did not expect that.
Keep it gully.
Like
Keep it gully.
I didn't know the story was going there. There's like I ended up hitting that fine ass girl by trying to hit in the city. Yo, shout out JQ over there. He gets it. Yo.
Cause you'll know where I'm going with it though.
All right.
Let's hear it. I didn't want to make the story too long. You know what I'm saying? But
he's like, that was on me. You feel me? Till this day.
No, not like that. Not like
till
that.
This
No.
day. She a mom with 5 kids.
No,
but till
humble
this
mumble.
day.
I forgot her name, but shout out to you though.
Shout out to you though, baby girl.
Wherever you at. No, I'm humble mumble.
Nameless.
Nah, the whole thing was just...
Yo, we getting wild on tonight's show.
Hey.
Also, Young World. I hope y'all, vibing with us.
Man, let's get that episode right. But you'll know where I'm going with it. Like, cause when you play a sport and you go to different cities and different towns, like there's groupie things going on, or like, but I don't like that. I like the, ones that weren't groupies.
Okay.
But that was a challenge.
He wants to be challenged.
Yes. You know what I mean? And not
you
that
went after it.
I did, and I got it, and I was so happy. I had to tell somebody. I had to tell somebody. I
literally can't.
Kissing and telling as a youngin', you know what I'm saying? But I learned from that, though. So the dude who, Tyreek, yeah, that's your name. I'm call you out.
Whoa.
The dude.
Name drop.
Yeah, I did. He was like, and this is the craziest shit, right? So I went to school like I'm 12, like, cause we was in junior college, I'm like, yo, I got that. They're like, what you talking about? I'm like, listen. So it's like, dudes are hanging out, right? Tyreek right there, like 1, 2, boom. So I was like, yo, I think my name was Kendra or something. Let's just say his name was Kendra. I'm like, fam, Kendra. He's like, what? I'm like, yes, I got that. And he's sitting right there. And he goes like this. He said, you tell the story, I'm telling her. If you tell the story, I'm telling her. I looked at him like, get the fuck out of here. I said, I'll fuck you up, dog. And he's like, but he really told her. So I told the story, everything that happened. Man, she called me the next day, you motherfucker. I told you not to tell nobody.
Why are we dropping this story right now?
Because now.
Now I got lost.
No, stay with me.
Oh, he says stay with him.
Stay with me, stay with him. So she calls me, man, why you did we supposed to keep going and did. Damn, Tyreek, he's supposed to be my man. Like, damn, I'm like, I denied it. It wasn't me. Like Shaggy, it wasn't me.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't me. And she took it too. She was like, okay, I believe you.
Someone drop that.
Wasn't me. It works. So I hung up the phone. I told everybody on campus, I said, man, when you see Tyreek, I'm telling him I'm fucking him up on sight. Boom, boom, boom. And then I thought about it. I'm like, Keith, you can't do that. Like, you from out of state. You got a scholarship right now. Like I was getting ready to go to Georgetown. This school is Hagerstown, Maryland. Georgetown was right down the street. Everyone that knew at the time knew I was trying to get to Georgetown. So literally, like, the Lord, he's a funny guy. So when I hung up that phone, I was like, I said, man, I can't mess this dude up. I said, nah, man, I'm good. So I'm walking to class. And Tyreek shows up, him and his friend. He was with this cool white chick that we knew. He gets out, he's like, yo, I heard you was looking for me. I said, oh my God. I'm like, Lord, what you like, you know what I mean? I said I wasn't gonna give this dude a pass. Now he's coming out like, he's like 6'4", no big dude. He ain't small. So I'm like, man. I said, all right, man. I said, fam, we supposed to be boys. Why did you tell this chick that I hit? Like, come on, man. Like, I let you in my crib. I have an off-campus apartment, which is rare at the time. I'm like, fam, why did you say something? It was real windy out that day. A tear dropped because of the wind. He's like, man, why you acting like a bitch?
Oh. Wait, did you say you shed a tear because of the wind?
Right. Well, no, you know when it's windy out? Shit, sometimes. Look at Jay. He's like, yeah, right, man. Nah, but real talk.
He's like, I don't believe that shit.
Man, I ain't crying over no chick,
Sometimes
that's for
you
sure.
get in your eye the right way.
Nah, like, when I tell you it was a windy-ass day, like, my backpack was damn near blowing off. You know what I'm saying?
Dying.
So, literally, it's hit. That's why, you know, when people skydive, you wear the goggles.
Yo, you got that.
So, no doubt.
So he called you out.
You can't. Good one. So, I said, man, one like that, you know, did the, okay, woosah. I said, nah, fam. I said, you literally, now I'm kind of smiling because I don't want to hurt this dude. Because I can feel the green guy, he's knocking. Like, I got a legit
His
feeling.
inner
I'm
Hulk
like,
is
oh
coming.
my God. Like, I'm like, please don't. And we're literally in front of the admissions office.
Oh, man.
Like, in the parking lot. So I'm like, fam, you supposed to be my man. I'm like, I was just telling you just to have fun, you know, guy talk, you know, whatever. And another tear fell out this eye because of the wind. He's like, man, dog. He literally said, man, dog, you're a bitch right now. Oh.
You're killing me with the tears.
So I said, fuck it, man. I dropped my backpack. And I was like, huh, bitch. 2 teeth came flying out. The girl he's with started screaming, oh my God, you're killing him, you're killing him. I was like, bitch, I hit him one time. He's like, oh. Like he had hot sauce in his mouth. Holding his mouth, looking at his teeth. I'm like, see, I told you, man. Well, you gonna call me a bitch 2 times? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Then I was like, like, fuck. And then I kind of pushed him and went around. So all that to say, the report was I jumped him, I assaulted him, and what was it? I jumped him and I assaulted him and whatever the report was, and I knocked his teeth out, like his whole gone. A day later, he goes with his father and goes to the coach of my team and told him what happened.
Oh, no.
And this is something, now keep in mind, this is something, I'll shoot you up, I'm guns, hardcore rapper dude, I'm in the streets, I sell drugs. No, this dude with his dad to my coach. Then after that, you know, long story short, of course, you know, he's like, Keith, gotta go, baby. Like, we can't have shit around. Got kicked out of school.
Damn.
Got kicked out, but it was all good.
Yeah.
That's when I came home, went to North Shore, graduated, All-American. I scored like 25 and 12 a game. That's when I made it to Prairie View. I could have went to BC, could have went to Boston University, Northeastern, any pretty much East Coast school I could have went to, but if it wasn't Georgetown, I was out. I wanted that shit bad.
That was your goal.
I was close.
Yeah.
7th in the nation in scoring that year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough. Nobody from Lynn can ever say that. That was hard. And I had a 21 course load credit. You know what I mean? So, and I say all that because I want people to know, like, yo, hard work is hard work. If you just put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And 100%. I had 2 jobs.
It's a lot.
Real shit.
A lot on your plate.
2 jobs, 21 credits, and playing a sport.
Yeah.
Loved it.
And so was that the last team that you played on?
Nah,
like
so
high school,
I left
college-wise?
Left North Shore, and I got the scholarship to Prairie View A&M University. That was 96 to 98. When I came in that first year, they was terrible. We wound up splitting 500. Before we came in, they only won 1 Division I game. They was 1-21. 0-20. 0-18 in the conference.
What?
When me and my guys got there, we were 8-8 in the conference, and we were 13-14 overall.
Oh, you said pull up!
And then the next year, we went 14-12, and we won the conference and went to the national national tournament. Played against Paul Pierce and Kansas University.
You played against Paul Pierce? You played against Paul Pierce? I feel like this is the highlight of my show. Is that weird?
A dead ass.
Damn, that's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Paul Pierce, and in open runs at UCLA and all of that. Matter of fact, I seen the KG Paul Pierce shit get together.
What?
Fam, we was in UCLA.
This dude's seen history over
I'm
here.
telling you,
I don't got nothing
I got
on you.
gems. I seen like at UCLA they got 3 courts. The main court is the main joint right there that everybody run on. And after we was done, him and P went over in the corner. They was just like, and I was like
something's happening.
I was like, oh shit,
something's building
and
over there. What's
like on my
building?
pops, yo, I'll never forget that shit. You know, long ass KG.
Yo, you seen that with your eyes? Yo, I hope y'all are watching this YouTube video because he's impersonating so hard.
Yo, I'm telling you, I got
Such
that.
a great impersonation
Nah,
right
he
there.
just-
That was like a penguin, like trying to. I don't
Real
even know.
talk,
Stretch
I
itself.
seen that. I legit seen that relationship happen.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
that
special.
LA set was different. Yeah, that's when I was out in LA.
And so I know you showed me earlier when we were off camera. You have a scar of some sort on your knee. So I'm assuming that you some of this led to some type of injury in one sense or another.
What's funny is I didn't get that injury till like a couple years ago.
Really? So that's inconclusive to basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were talking about injuries earlier. So right after Prairie View, that year, 1998, was the NBA lockout, first lockout ever. I was set to go to Dallas Mavericks camp, Phoenix Suns camp,
Look at this guy.
Washington Wizards camp, like I was telling him. But then when a lockout happens, that means nothing. Teams can't go to no facilities. There's no practice. There's no nothing. And I couldn't get none of that.
Yeah.
But a year and a half later, this guy, Leo Papale, who was the director of Celtics personnel, he knew me from, back in the day. He gave me my chance. And when Rick Pitino was the head coach that year, I did my thing at that practice. But the little skinny ankle I got, I stepped on this dude's
His little
foot.
Nemo fin.
Yeah.
He's got one Nemo.
That was my little down part right there, yo. I stepped on this dude's foot, my shit popped.
Oh no.
And I was like, and I went in the thing. I said, man, take that shit back up. Take it back up. So
I can still play, coach. Put me in the game.
going around in a circle.
I'm trying to swim. Keep swimming. Just keep
And
swimming.
they're like, brother, we love your heart, but you cannot move, man. I'm like, fuck.
You're like, let me go, though.
I'm like, let me go, bro.
Take the tape off.
I'm on. Ooh. And that was the crazy shit was I was still playing, like I was still on point, but it was just like they were looking at me like, you are a crazy bastard. Like, how the fuck are you doing this? I'm
That's
like,
somebody who's dedicated. They want it. They're motivated.
yeah,
They're
I'm like,
ready.
this is
Exactly what it is. He
Yes.
wanted it
my
more than
time,
anything.
brother.
He wanted it more than pain.
Yeah.
He wanted it more than physical pain. That's crazy.
Wanted it.
Yo, I legit,
Your mental is stronger than your physical. I'll
I
say that.
appreciate. Nah, it was because I didn't know what the fuck I was at when I went home.
Spike
I'm
Lee
like,
over here.
you say penguin, I was walking like a penguin. I was like, oh my God, both ankles now. Like, jeez. But when I left, I asked Patino, I said, listen, I have no agent. I did this on my own. Like, what do I got to do? He's like, unfortunately, you got hurt. I don't run these teams, but I think Atlanta or Philly will pick you up. And I went, what you say? He said, yeah. They went, you need anything else? I'm like, fuck no. And if you know who Rick Pitino was at the time, he's real cutthroat. Like, he's like, nah, you're not good enough. Go somewhere. Do that. Go somewhere else. We need you to go overseas or something. Like, work on your game, D-League or something. Nah, he told me Philly or Atlanta's going to pick me up. And then every time we were doing drills, he'd always grab my shirt. Like, that's when a coach like you, they always grab your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I need 5. Come here. Like, yo, that's me.
Put my shirt, coach.
Or he'll be like this, like,
I
yeah,
want to be in
and
the
I'd be
game.
like, yep. Okay, go over there. So, it wasn't a talent. Popped that ankle, and then my pop got that stupid prostate cancer and passed the next summer, right before the next summer league. And I just went cuckoo clock. Couldn't do it. Because me and Pop were like Jordan. Jordan and Mike's Pop.
R.I.P. to your pop. Shout
I
out.
appreciate that.
I know he's looking over you today, right now, every day.
For sure.
Every day of your life.
And that's what brought me to that slam ball thing out there in L.A.
Yo, okay. All right. Old Soul Young World listeners. So you showed me some crazy slam ball videos. Honestly, I didn't remember that shit till I seen it, but my older brother used to watch that when we were growing
That's
up, and
dope.
I remember
Shout
seeing
out to
it.
your older brother.
Yo, shout out Rob. You already know.
Holla.
Rob Hops, what's up? You already know. But yo, can you tell us a little bit about that? Because like I know not many people probably are.
I know, and if y'all want to, Keith
the
Lee
slam
Pat
ball.
Down on YouTube, go check it. But after the Celtic
You
thing,
got Instagram too?
yeah, ELEET basketball, Elite Basketball on IG.
Let's
That's
go.
me. Or Keith Lee for mayor. I'm stopping that one. I got to.
No more mayor, but we still into the
Yeah, no, I'm
basketball.
gonna leave that thing up though. But excuse me. When Pop passed, I had a friend who was actually one of the first trainers ever. Literally, this was like 2001. Like he was like out in Hollywood, like getting it. He was grinding. He introduced me to UCLA thing. He was like, "Man, come on out here, man. You know, help rehabilitate your mind." And I was like, "All right," because legit, when
That's what it's about,
when my
rehabilitating your
when
mind.
I had nothing over here. I had a half a mustache,
Stress.
no eyebrow, half eyebrow, like patchy spots
Stress.
right here, like half a mustache. I was looking at myself in the mirror like, what the fuck? You know, internalizing it, because, you know, when you're an alpha, you feel vulnerable talking out your problems to certain folks. You know what I'm saying? So when you internalize things, like, that's what happens. Like, you lose your hair.
Yo, it's facts.
So it helped because one day I was on Venice Beach and I seen this big 6'7" dude. He's out there bullying dudes and shit, talking shit to him too. And I'm like, I think it's time for me to play again.
That inspired you to play again? You're like,
Yeah, because I wanted to fuck him
fuck
up.
this.
I did. Because he was like literally bullying dudes. And I was like, is this the time? Like, it's time.
You're like, let me check my watch.
Yeah,
though.
I sure
Do I got
know,
time
bro.
today?
Like, and at that time, everyone out there that knew me, I didn't say him. They used to call me Rasheed Wallace because I wore a headband and my head was kind of in. That's my alter ego in a way. Like, if you ever know basketball, Rasheed and KG is me times 2. Like, no, he'll tell you my intensity is fucking ridiculous. Like, you ain't bumping heads with me on the floor. Like, I'm not the baddest person on the planet. I hope I'm not getting that across that way, but
Nah, not at all.
when we are in competition, you cannot fuck with me because I'm in such a zone and I work so hard. I'm gonna fucking eat you,
Eat you for breakfast.
or you're gonna eat me, and then I'll give it to you. Like, okay, shit, you good? I'm
Hey, at
like,
least you got respect.
nah,
I feel
real
that.
shit, because you got to be a hell of a man to beat me. Like, you got to work fucking hard, bruh.
You're competitive.
Whew, not just
To
that,
say the
but
least.
again, I'm in the gym doing shit while you're going home.
I feel you.
So I expect nothing but high level shit from me. Like, I'm
You hold
not.
high expectation for yourself.
I do because I put in that work. Like, end of the game, 10 seconds left, last shot.
That's on me.
I can live with that because I know you're not around doing the shit, or they get this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want it. And I'm like, get out, get game. Oof. That's what I live for. You know, in my mind, I practice 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. And I walk away like that. And then it happens, and it's like, this is fucking like, for those who practice stuff, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, hockey, basketball, baseball, the last pitch, ninth
Art,
inning.
singing,
Like,
piano,
literally, like, you
anything,
gotta put yourself in that zone. Top of the ninth. Bases loaded.
Get yourself
3
ready.
balls, 2 strikes. You know what I mean? But what you gonna do? Like, that's the shit. Anybody can hit a shot. Anybody can make a pitch. But at the end of the game, the motherfucker. And man, give me that. I'd be like this. I'd be at the free throw line. Oh, you suck. I'm like, what? I need to hear it more. Like, I want to feel that pressure. Pressure makes diamonds, baby.
Yeah, I say that
Can you
all the
repeat
time.
that?
Pressure makes diamonds.
Can you repeat that a little louder?
Pressure makes diamonds.
You already know.
They say pressure busts pipes, but pressure makes diamonds, yo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we like challenges, and almost fighting that guy on Venice Beach was the best thing in my life because we became best friends. He's seen all that animosity in me. It's because I lost my dad. He ain't want no part of that. Cause I was.
It comes out in ways that you don't mean it to.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
He seen. He
You
was
didn't
like,
even mean
man,
that
he was
shit.
like legit. He was like,
You good, bro? Like,
yo, man.
you're like a little
Just
chihuahua. Like,
and I'm looking at him like this, like what? You ain't little neither. So come on. He's like, bro, chill the fuck out.
you're like, take me on.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, he was bullying all these dudes. He was like, yo, but I don't want that smoke that you got. Like, that's different type of smoke. And he's like, you need to get some shit off your chest. Come to this tryout next week. Slam ball. And I was like, oh, okay. So out of 5,000 nationwide people, I wound up getting drafted 23rd.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
Wow.
Fire.
Like, I'm very humbled on that. Like, I'm very, very, very humbled. And like, that was crazy. Because I was after Pop, and that was like the new goal.
Wait, real quick for people who don't know what slam ball is, can you give a like really quick description?
Yep, slam ball is a hybrid sport. Basketball, football, and hockey combined.
And a trampoline.
And trampoline. So in
Gymnast, I guess, also.
Nah, real talk. And so near the basketball hoops are 4 trampolines, and then there's a wood floor that's kind of bouncy. It's a constant quad calf thing. Like the average person,
Yo, I can imagine.
y'all won't last one damn minute. I promise
Get some
you.
cramps in your legs. You're like, I'm done with that.
Listen,
Yo.
like dudes used to be, because most everybody was hood, from LA and Chicago, Detroit shit, and dudes was like, yo, that court is something different.
Yeah.
So and then
Is that based in LA?
yeah, and then the it was about 12 foot. We got 12 foot walls like the hockey joints, so you can smash people in them joints.
What?
So if they got the ball, boom, you can hit them against the thing.
Oh my gosh. Like the plexiglass type thing?
Yeah, plexiglass.
Oh man.
12-foot plexiglass.
That's wild.
Smash motherfuckers on
So
that
there'd be
shit.
live audiences at the Space Jam like games.
It was at Universal Studio.
Wait, did I say Space
Jam. I know what you meant though. Slam ball. Yeah,
You know we've
Universal
been
Studio.
lit tonight, y'all. What's good?
Universal Studio in California. That's where they had that at.
Oh wow. Okay, so did you live out there for a little bit as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is lit.
It was a good time, man.
It was that like a couple month thing or like
a couple years because I wound up doing some acting shit.
Look at you.
Like, it was-
Yo, you have a lot of things going on.
Well, I'm humble, but it was just to do. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like matter of fact, it was an ESPN commercial, a
Okay.
pro bowling commercial.
Okay.
I don't know if it's out there now still, but it was like all these different sports was catching a bowling ball and like playing with it. But when it came to basketball, like I caught the basketball which was the bowling ball.
Wait, I've seen commercials like
I
this.
shot it and it blew up the whole backboard. That was me.
Okay.
And I did that
Wait,
shit
did that
one
go
take.
out? Was that like on TV?
Yeah, that was like 2004. Like
Yo,
04,
if
05.
what the commercial I'm picturing in my
It is,
head is
it
what
is.
you're talking about, I'm like, no way.
That was me, yo.
Was that you?
I shot that bitch and blew up the whole backboard. They was like, you only got one time? I said, ma'am, Jay-Z, it
Yo,
is
I might have to throw this on the YouTube video.
one take. One take. And the funny thing about that, what I want everybody to know is you literally can do whatever you want to do. I booked my first audition. That was my first audition ever, and I booked it. That's very rare out there in Hollywood. That's very rare.
No, that is. That's
But it was because I was
inspiring.
like, fuck that. I'm from Boston.
Yeah.
We different out
Well,
here.
and you even taking the initiative to be like, yo, I'm gonna go to this like tryout or this interview or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like you have to as a person, as a soul, make yourself want to get up and do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
like nobody
appreciate
can
that.
make you do that.
And that's what
Only
I want your
you.
listeners to, if y'all hearing that, yo, don't let nobody tell you anything, man. If you feeling something, go get it. Go do it.
Exactly.
Full force. Don't let
No
nobody
matter
tell
where you came from, right? What
No,
race you
literally,
are,
nah.
what language you speak,
Nothing.
doesn't matter.
Come from the gutter. Go get it. Like whatever you want to do, go get it. But you gotta believe it though.
Exactly.
No, that's the whole key. If you don't believe it, it ain't gonna happen. Because when I did that, these guys was like, "Hey, what acting school did you go to?" I'm like, man, I don't go to no fucking acting school. And then the dude was like, "Hey, Teddy, this dude thinks he's gonna get a commercial without going to no acting school." I was like, "Man, fuck you, man." I said, "Just watch." And they were over there like practicing shit, and I'm like, "See, that's oversaturation. That's too much
It needs
preparedness.
to be natural. Like, yeah, exactly.
And that's what the dude was looking for. I remember when I first did my thing, he was like, I'm like, oh, I got this motherfucker already. I just played off. He was like, man, good shit. And I'm like, really? Shit, a week
It's just
later.
about trying different
that was
things
it.
too, though, you know?
Got the commercial. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
That's crazy. Good for you, honestly. That's
Get
wild.
the fuck out of here. That's when I say, man, anybody can do anything. Because they used to telling me, no way, brother. Like, I was like, fuck you. No, we got this. We different. Over here, we're different. Our mentality is so different.
So, just wondering. So, like, I know it seems like everything that you do kind of comes from like an inner place of motivation and like inspiration. When you're a person who wants something, when you try to succeed or do something, like myself, I feel like even if you get those obstacles, you always have to carry over them. You have to find a way. You know what I'm saying? You have to find something within yourself that inspires you to keep going because nothing around you is going to inspire you. No one around you is going to give a fuck enough about what you're doing.
The energy sucks.
Exactly. Like they're caught up in what they're doing, you know, and it's about you pushing yourself
they'll project
forward.
their negative thoughts and shit on you. Like, nah, don't do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Because either they couldn't do it or they can't.
100%. So I have a question because each week on Also a Young World, I've been asking my guests a little something.
Yes.
So however you interpret this question, whatever you want to say, however you feel about it, you can answer it any type of way. Like, I don't know, I don't care, I don't vibe with that. Or you can, you know, give a description that you
I'll
feel.
answer. I'll
So
answer. Let's make
he
the
says he'll
listeners fun.
answer.
We
So
gotta
you
make it
know,
right.
we got this tonight, guys. You already know you're about to get a good answer.
You heard me?
So I just, within yourself as a person, whatever you know, however you consider yourself, what do you feel that it means to be an old soul in a young world?
That's dope. That's dope. Well, it's funny because I'm like a young soul in an old world.
Hey, I've
I'm
got the
flipped.
answer a few times.
I'm flipped. It's
I feel that.
the way this world works now, especially with social media and the way it's brought a lot of people together.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like ageism. There is none. It's just the vibe, like you said, because I know some older people that are young, some young people that are old,
Yes.
and some in between. And then the waves go
Everyone
or they
mixes
don't.
in. Exactly.
And it's here or there. But
Yeah.
what I've learned in these years is it's the aura, it's a light. It's like a light blue. I feel the light blue. You know what
He
I mean?
feels the light blue,
And that's
y'all.
like I see colors. You know what I mean? I def see colors.
Ooh, yo.
I def see colors.
I'm going to let you continue and then I'll come back to
Oh,
it.
no, for sure. But, you know, and that's how I navigated through this crazy world. Paying attention, being, I don't want to say being one with the universe, but actually, you know, being open to, like, you got to listen. Like, I can hear little ants crawling sometimes. Like, I be out in the thing, I swear the birds talking to me. They're like, hey, yo, what's up, OG? You know, when I come through, real talk. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I'll go certain places and all of a sudden a fish will pop out. And I'd be like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's paying attention to the messages, like the little things.
Like, real talk, I swear. Like, oh, God, 2 weeks ago, I seen a cardinal. I've been waiting to see them red birds for a long time. And it came up. Beep, boop, boop. And I'm like, see?
Yeah.
Like, little things like that.
It's funny. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off on
Not at
your
all, not
response,
at all.
but like, there's been times where me and my friend have been, one specific time actually I'm thinking of, we were driving, we were talking about really deep shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just started getting into it,
That's
like
dope.
breaking down life shit. And all of a sudden, like, we were on this windy, like, dark road, and this deer, like, just came out of nowhere. And it literally just, like, we had a break, you know, and it stops and it just looks
Look
at us.
at y'all.
And like, I was like, yo, do you feel like that was a sign? And she was like, yo, I do. You know what I'm
guys
saying?
talking about? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. I'm not going to talk about it on the show, but yeah. But like,
But was it significant to it?
it was significant. And then when you looked it up, like, it was just such a symbolic meaning of what we were talking about. It's like, I think that people don't recognize that the messages that we get in life are so specific, but when we try to make them generalized, like when we're like, oh, it's just a bird, oh, that bird just flew by. Like, yo, there's been times where I'm driving and I see like birds make a V shape and they're like leading in a direction. And I'm like, yo, I'm going in the right direction. You feel me? Like I'm going ahead. I'm going forward. Like it's how you interpret things. Like how you were saying earlier, is how you react to things. So I think that messages like numbers like 333, 222, 111, like those are big in my life. 444.
I see that damn near every day.
Yo, it's wild.
444?
Yo, shout out Solis, running United Nationwide. We come here in the studio tonight.
Shout out to Oso, yo, what?
Running United Nationwide.
I don't know if you realize, but do you realize your acronym is still run?
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. Mic drop.
Mic drop, running United Nationwide, repping. So shout out Solis and running United Nationwide. They actually brought me and Keith Lee together tonight to do this podcast. So it's super dope.
Organic.
It was organic.
Beautiful.
We come from two completely different, lives, and I would never expect to hear the dope story that you have to tell. But the things you have to say is very, inspiring. And I think especially to a lot of young men, like a lot of young men in sports, a lot of young men who are trying to come up, who are trying to be a better person.
Discipline, fellas.
Discipline. Like, speak to the young men. Go ahead.
Nah, really. And I messed up before. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. But the one thing I can honestly say I always had was discipline, man. And when I fell off, I recognized it. You gotta admit your own faults. You gotta take responsibility for your own workings, man. Like, yeah, there's people that might be able to mess you up, but if you know you're going full speed ahead, and you know you're not going full speed ahead, and then certain things happen for that, you got to take responsibility, step up, and then reevaluate your goals, bro. Because if this man can do it, anybody can do it. Like, as a kid, I said I wanted to go to Egypt, see the pyramids. Basketball did that for me. I went to Egypt to see the pyramids.
When you said that, my heart just skipped a beat. I'm not going to lie. Egypt is my number one spot that I've always wanted to go in my whole entire life. And I literally was going to go 2 years ago, and people told me not to go because it wasn't safe at the time. They were in war. They were actually going through something, which is true. Have you seen the pyramids with your own eyes? Yes. You are blessed, sir.
Yes, that's
Mr.
what I
Keith
said.
Lee. I am honestly... Yo, I'm blessed to have you in the studio because
real, thank you. I appreciate you.
For real, that is a lifetime dream of mine. I have felt connected to Egyptian culture and the pyramids forever.
And actually, I'm gonna drop y'all one more drop. Egypt is a Greek word.
One more drop.
Egypt is a Greek word. It's called Kemet. That's where the word chemistry comes from.
Ooh.
You gotta do y'all math. K-E-M-E-T. Kemet. Ancient Kemet.
I gotta look that up.
You know what I'm saying? It means, land of the black, because most of them were dark-skinned or whatever. There's a drop out there. So don't let the Greeks in Alexandria
We got a world traveler. Watch
come
out.
over here and keep saying Egypt. That's a Greek word, y'all. But it's ancient Kemet. That's where chemistry comes from, because they had all the knowledge and the sciences. That's where the Greeks went. Mm-hmm. That's where the Italians went. That's where the Romans went to learn. Matter of fact, that's why they call us gods. Gomar Az-Dubar. That's what the Greeks called their professors, gods. Gomar Az-Dubar. G-O-D. Drop.
That's fire.
You'll love it over there. You'll love it.
Honestly, if I ever get the chance to make it over there, I will literally be in tears, because in my mind, I feel like my soul in this life will not be complete until I see that. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I know what you mean. I thought I was going to die right
thing.
after.
Yo, that's how I feel. It's this weird internal thing where I'm my keys won't lock right until I see that.
Am I done? I legit was on a horse. I was on a horse looking at it
Did you say you were on a horse in Egypt?
I didn't want to take the camel, man.
Yo, fuck you, Keith Lee. Fuck you.
I had to take the horse,
you're a show off. That's how I feel.
Nah, I didn't want to walk even. They was like, take the camels. I'm like, fuck a camel. Well, I need that horse, y'all.
He's like, I need to come in mad majestic on my stallion, looking at the ancient pyramid.
And literally, I was like, the wind was blowing. It was I'm like,
His hair was
oh,
blown in the
man.
wind.
My little fro. I'm like, damn, am I gonna
mean, his
die
fro.
now? I'm like, now that I've seen this, like, is this over?
Damn, that's crazy though.
Please don't be over now.
Um,
For real.
Yo, you just dropped some crazy shit on me. I wasn't even expecting that. I didn't know that you were a world traveler and you've seen my literal destination of my soul life. Like that's, yo, back to poetry. I have a spoken word poem and I said, in my past lives, I've once been an Egyptian wife. Like literally, like lived 9 times.
That's
like
fire.
it goes on. It's a whole, yo.
You need to send me that.
Also, Young World, guys, I'm becoming a more
doubt.
spoken word in the future. You know, we've been taking a little break. We've been trying to get the podcast on fleek right now. Wow, I haven't used that
already.
word forever.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it
Bring the
back.
fleek
We
back.
talking about fleek. You know, but you know,
Fleetwood Mac.
we're gonna get back to that. Whoa. We're going to get back to the spoken word, that Fleetwood Mac, that vibe.
Fleetwood Mac.
And Keith, just to, you know, end off the night and the podcast and the vibe, you know, like I appreciate having you, but I know that when we spoke, you had mentioned something about a nonprofit, something about something you were starting. I know you have a lot of ideas. We talked about the
tool cleaner coming soon,
tool
y'all.
cleaner coming soon. He's
Mail products to make you feel good and fresh, yo. Keep your eyes out
You
on that.
heard here first,
You know what I'm
also,
saying?
Young World.
Personal cleaning cloths. They're not baby wipes. They're personal cleaning cloths.
Just for men.
You know what I'm saying? Just for men.
Not the coloring for your mustache.
Keeps your tools clean and squeaky clean. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing with
Not
dirty,
the tools for
rusty
your car.
tools. Can't do nothing with rusty tools now. Women don't like rusty tools, man. Y'all men better
You
step
heard
up.
here first.
Hygiene is important. Very
Very important. Especially in the summer heat.
Ooh,
You got that 2021, July, August vibes coming up. Get your tools right out here.
See what I'm saying? Keep your tools fresh.
We gonna promote you on Old Soul Young
I
World. You already know.
appreciate you. I appreciate
Also
you. Y'all
young
get it.
world.
Y'all get it soon. Keep the tools fresh.
But could you just we switching from toolboxes to nonprofits.
Now,
So
back
here
to
we
the
are
nonprofit,
today.
Yes, back to the nonprofit. It's called Sports Support Inc. I don't have a website out now because I'm working on it right now. I want it to be nice. You know, I just don't want to put anything up. I want to put thought into it. You know, that way, even if you don't know about us, you can understand everything right there when you see it. But long story short, it's something for at-risk youth and kids who kind of get in trouble. We help out AAU teams. We help out parents that can't afford to pay for AAU, parents that need equipment, sneakers, computers. We're working on having a scholarship fund in my man's name, Julius Marble, rest in peace. We're we're doing it all. We're going to do it all. We're going to be the force behind the community, as we say.
Hey, manifestation. He's
Yes.
building it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
feel it.
Yes.
And so is your plan to or do you have a plan to kind of like connect with public school systems or
Yeah, definitely. So I
colleges, I don't know.
I used to be in the public school system for 8 years anyway. Dr. Tutwiler and Lynn is a really good guy, superintendent. I've been talking to the police as well. So we're working on getting all that together. The police league with the kids, the mentorships, you know, have some business guys come through and play ball with the kids. And then after that, they teach them some business skills and vice versa. The kids teach them, and you know what I mean? Like all hands on, because the more hands on we are, the more these kids see it. Because they don't,
community building youth.
yeah, they don't
like,
want to
we
hear.
have to.
They need to see.
Yes,
And
yes.
the more they see, the more they be like, all right.
yeah.
That's why they love me like that, because I'm literally in the hood all the time. And
Right.
they talking to them. They know me.
And the more they see and they feel comfortable with that, the more they want to speak and they want to become better and they want to try to do good things, you know? Like if you create the intention for the youth of positivity, they really come through, but like they only see negative, you know what I'm
That's it.
saying?
And
Like
that's all they want to do. Let me act like this.
yeah. Yeah, so
Like,
it's
that shit ain't cool.
putting another option out there.
I'm saying that. I tell them, man, that ain't cool. Like you want to be a knucklehead for a couple years, and then what? You get out where your boys at. People move on. You gonna live with your mom? Or you gonna live with this knucklehead? No, not get no women, fellas. Get your mind right. Stay disciplined so you can live a good life. Women don't like dirty guys. They don't like guys that ain't responsible.
And they don't like guys who don't love themselves. So you need self-love. You already know. All day.
Literally.
Self-love is the best love. And I think young men need to find that within themselves these days too. So like having that outlet of sports and being able to, you know, not worry about like if they come from an underprivileged family, having to pay for that shit, being able to just do what they love, you know, and being supported by adults who care.
And that's what I'm literally working to do. I want, I want that bank account so high that any kid that needs anything, man, you good. Listen, you good. Don't worry about that. Just like you said, so they can focus. Because even if the child is not that good, the dream is keeping him alive. The dream is keeping him out of trouble. The dream is keeping him going to practice. He can suck, but he's going to practice.
100%.
He can suck, but he's going to the game.
He's not going to the street. He's not going to drugs. He's not going to bad shit. He's going to practice.
And if anything, he's like, man, I'm trying, yo. Like, I'm working on my shit. Like, my jump is dead, but
give them another option.
I'm back in the gym for 2-3 hours. Yeah. Guess what? That's 2-3 hours. He ain't fucking with this guy.
And that's like 100% what Lynn needs. And like, you know, when I was younger, I was working with a group called Rec Shop, and we did stuff at Centerboard. So we did like youth Wing Chun classes.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it was really, really dope. And like, I think that like really inspired me. Like seeing the youth be involved in something where like they didn't know what Wing Chun was, they didn't know martial arts, but these little kids were there. They were doing all these little like moves, and like they were feeling it, and they felt good. And we did like an open mic for them. We had little girls up there singing, belting their, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a vibe. So it's like Lynn is only one example of many communities, but we have to make it come up for us, you know, because those youth are our future. Like you said, like in 20 years, I hope there's a 2.0 of yourself who can run for mayor and be a young, intelligent black man who can speak well and deal with all the bullshit at the same time. We all hope, you feel me? Like I'm out here hoping, and I want to build a youth who can do that. And like, I feel like,
This helps.
We trying to build something. I'm trying to work with you. I don't even know. We gonna go some schools. You already know.
The vibe is real. Like when you're passionate like you are, and you're linking up with good people like my man Jay, and all that comes together. It's what's the word? I just had it. It's like the diamond effect.
Yeah.
The pressure makes diamonds, baby.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like all that comes together.
Yeah.
Him, you, me, that's pressure.
Yep.
Diamond.
Yep. It's like you have to put different aspects of people together to make that too. You know what I mean? You can't take like all the same people from the same area who went through the same shit. No growth. Y'all have to learn and build off each other and make the youth build too. And it's like you doing that, even trying to start making this into a nonprofit right now is super inspiring.
Yeah, the paperwork's done. You know, it's on paper. We 501c3.
He's 501c3.
We official. We official, man. Yeah, man. We did all of that official.
You already know.
There's no bullshit coming over here.
So now it's just building the dream and keeping it going.
Yep. Building the dream, getting the office, and just making things happen now.
And Keith, if anybody wants to reach out to you or vibe with you or be involved in anything that you're doing, how would they contact you?
Yeah, reach out, ELEET Basketball. That's my IG. Or Keith Lee for Mayor. No, Keith for Mayor. Keith Lee for Mayor, but we're not going to. That's just going to be my.
Spike Lee.
That's just going to be my, what do you call it, my history page, you know, because now that I'm not running for it anymore. But at least we leave it up there for people to stay motivated.
100%.
But the main joint, ELEET Basketball or EliteBasketball.com. I got my own website too.
Hey, you already know. And you know, guys, we have been chatting it up. We've been chopping it up. We've been going over some gems, some stories, some history, you know, some past. But we're going to have a lot coming in the future. Who knows? This might not be the last that you hear of Keith Lee.
Oh, so young world.
Oh, so young world.
Oh, so young world.
Old so young world.
You already know we up here in a vibe Vibe Podcast Studio every week. We out here chopping it up. Keith Lee, I appreciate everything that you're doing for the community.
Thank you.
Even if you're not running for mayor, you are building something for the community that is going to make a difference. I just want you to keep at that. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate
you know, put
Feels
anyone
good.
on to what we're doing, and we're going to build something huge. So
I'm ready for it. Thank you for your energy and thank you for all your help in this platform. This platform is beautiful. And you are reaching the that's what I'm saying. These platforms reach the untouched. The untouched is the people that have that untapped knowledge and wisdom inside that they don't even know. But they hear things like this and they go, yeah.
They're like, yo, somebody else vibes with that? Somebody feels my vibe? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, they do.
So please, all due respect and love to you. Keep this up, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And everybody listening in.
Holla.
Hey. Anybody listening in every week, all my listeners, I appreciate y'all. You know, we're here to spread love, positivity, motivation, let you know that people like Keith have gone through shit. They have struggled. They've gone through success, failure, you know, everything just to get where they are to make more.
Keep your head up no matter what.
100%. Keep your head up.
What? That's the best of literally. We can go through it all, man. Depression's a mug, but look at the light. Follow your dream, chase your goals. Small goals equal big goals.
Yo, 100%. Even if you're in that dark room right now, yo, there is light outside that tunnel. There's something waiting for you on the other side. One day I thought I would never see the light, and today I see the light. You feel me? I know Keith is there too. I know JQ is there too. I know Solis is there too. We're here in the studio chopping it up. As always, Keith, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. I'm loved. I feel the love, y'all.
You guys follow Keith on Instagram at Elite Basketball. You know,
respect to y'all out there. Respect.
And we'll be back again with more updates on what Keith is up to. You know, maybe you'll see me chopping up with his nonprofit. Who knows?
You will.
Who knows? Big things in the future. You never know.
Big things are going, you know. Big things are going. Big things are going.
Big things coming, man.
Big things are going. They had no idea.
You know we changing accents tonight. Nobody knew I could do this, man.
Hey. Versatility, baby.
Also Young World, you already know.
Also Young World.
Hey, can you throw a drop on, Keith? You want to do like a cool Also Young World type vibe?
What you want?
Throw something out there.
Oh, so Young World, y'all better holler and get your mind right. Discipline is the best.
You heard him here first. Also Young World. We'll be back again next week. Again, guys, thank you as always for tuning in. Here, Also Young World with your host,
Jesse L.A. Tree L's.
Ali. Don't forget the 3 L's.
Tree L's. The tree L's.
The 3 L's.
Gotta burn them down tonight, too.
God bless y'all.
Gotta burn them down. Burn them down tonight, too.
Also Young World.
Word up, no rap, no crap, you bore me. Wanna grab my body, too lazy, hold it for me. I'm straight rap great, bust the head straight and dreads, I'm everlasting. Like it's so on Procast, a Tech 9, when I rhyme, plus I climb, word is bond. Your album couldn't with one line. It's been 3 years since your last year, but now I reappear, your heart pumps fear. To your gut, did your girl's butt. I scraped it, shaped it, now she won't strut. I smashed teeth, off your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith. You won't be around next year, my rap's too severe, can get bad flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear, like a brand new flavor in your ear. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor in your ear.
2194, mad motherfucking hardcore. It's my time to burn, to explore. The flavor in your ear is the Boy Scout. I make outs, I make all the rappers have doubts. Right. You're fucking with the wrong clan and the wrong man, that's it. Now you got to get your dome split. I'm going into my knapsack with my gat. Take off my hat, yes, I'm just cool like that. The dangerous, the ruggedness from the flappers abyss. BLS 97 Kiss bounce to this. I'm gonna live long in this rap game. Singing blow my name, Yo Puffy.
Burn 'em in the flame. You're jingling, baby. You're jingling, baby.